The power of connection is one of the most transformative forces in life. From the moment we are born, our existence is tied to relationships. We are not designed to live in isolation. Our very nature thrives on connection. Yet, in a world that often glorifies independence and self-reliance, many find themselves disconnected, navigating life without the enriching relationships that could elevate them to their fullest potential. The absence of connection is not just a personal loss, it's a barrier to growth, purpose, and fulfillment. Connection is more than casual interaction. It is the deep bond that allows individuals to share their authentic selves without fear of judgment. It is a safe space where vulnerability is met with understanding and where challenges are faced with mutual support. True connection has the power to inspire, to heal, and to transform. It is not merely a social construct, it is a fundamental human need. Without it, even the strongest individuals can falter, for no man was meant to carry the burdens of life alone. Throughout history, great accomplishments have rarely been the work of a single individual. Behind every extraordinary achievement is a network of relationships, friends, mentors, and supporters who offered guidance, encouragement, and perspective. A man who isolates himself, either by choice or circumstance, limits his capacity to grow and achieve. He deprives himself of the wisdom and strength that comes from the collective experiences of others. The beauty of connection lies in its ability to sharpen and refine. Friends act as mirrors, reflecting truths we may not see in ourselves. They challenge us to think differently, to aim higher, and to become better versions of ourselves. Without these interactions, our perspective can become narrow and our potential untapped. Consider this: a diamond does not shine in isolation. It must be cut, shaped, and polished. Similarly, a person's character and purpose are often refined through meaningful relationships. Connection also provides a buffer against life's inevitable storms. In times of trial, having people who stand with you can mean the difference between resilience and despair. A man without friends faces these challenges alone, carrying weights that no human was designed to bear unaided. The simple act of sharing one's struggles with a trusted confidant can lighten the load and offer clarity where there was once confusion. In this way, connection becomes a source of strength, a reservoir from which we draw courage in moments of weakness. Beyond its practical benefits, connection feeds the soul. Humans are wired for relationship. Even the most introverted among us find fulfillment in meaningful interactions. When we connect, we experience a sense of belonging, a feeling that we are seen, valued, and accepted. This is not just emotional, it is deeply spiritual. Connection reminds us that we are part of something greater than ourselves, that our lives are intertwined with the lives of others. The power of connection is not automatic. It requires intentionality. Relationships do not thrive by accident. They are nurtured through time, effort, and care. In a society that often prioritizes productivity over people, it is easy to neglect the very relationships that sustain us. But the truth is, investing in connection is one of the most valuable uses of our time. The rewards far outweigh the effort, bringing joy, growth, and support that cannot be quantified. For those who feel disconnected, it is important to remember that connection begins with you. Be the friend you wish to have. Listen deeply, offer kindness, and show genuine interest in others. Connection is a two-way street. It flourishes when both parties are willing to give and receive. Vulnerability, though often feared, is a key ingredient. It is through openness that trust is built and relationships deepen. The power of connection is not just about companionship, it is about transformation. It is about growing into the person you were meant to be, with the support and encouragement of others who believe in your potential. A life lived in connection is a life lived fully. It is not without challenges, but it is rich, meaningful, and profoundly rewarding. So seek out connection. Foster it, cherish it. For in connection we find not only each other, but also ourselves. Isolation is a silent adversary that many face, often unknowingly. It can creep into our lives through circumstances, choices, or the rhythms of modern living. While solitude can be refreshing and necessary at times, isolation is an entirely different state. It is the prolonged separation from meaningful relationships and interactions, and its impact on the mind, heart, and spirit is profound. The danger of isolation is not always immediate, but over time its effects are undeniable and often detrimental. To understand isolation's true danger, we must first recognize that humans are inherently relational beings. From our earliest moments, we are wired to connect with others. Relationships provide us with a sense of identity, belonging, and purpose. When this natural connection is severed, the results can be damaging. Isolation removes the vital feedback loop that comes from interacting with others. Without it, our thoughts and emotions often go unchecked, leading to distorted perspectives. One of the most significant dangers of isolation is how it fosters negativity. When left alone with our thoughts for extended periods, the mind tends to focus on fears, insecurities, and failures. This can create a spiral of self-doubt and anxiety, making problems appear larger than they are. In the absence of someone to challenge these thoughts, they take root and grow, shaping how we see ourselves and the world. A single negative experience can begin to define a person's mindset when no one is there to provide balance or encouragement. Isolation also breeds stagnation. Growth, whether personal, emotional, or professional, thrives in the presence of others. It is through relationships that we are challenged to think differently, pushed to aim higher, and inspired to take risks. In isolation, there is no iron to sharpen iron, no external influence to provoke change. Over time, this can lead to a life of monotony and unfulfilled potential. The dreams and ambitions that once drove a person forward may begin to wither in the absence of external support or validation. The danger extends beyond the mental and emotional to the physical as well. Studies have shown that chronic isolation is as harmful to health as smoking or obesity. It increases stress levels, weakens the immune system, and heightens the risk of cardiovascular disease. The human body, much like the soul, thrives on connection. Lacking this connection, the very systems that keep us alive begin to falter. It is a stark reminder that relationships are not just luxuries but necessities for a thriving life. Isolation can also distort reality. In the absence of other voices, a person can lose perspective. Small issues become insurmountable problems, and setbacks seem like the end of the road. Without someone to offer an alternative view or provide guidance, decision-making can become clouded and impulsive. Isolation turns mountains into molehills and vice versa, creating a disjointed understanding of life's challenges. Another significant danger of isolation is how it erodes hope. People are often strengthened by the encouragement and optimism of others. When we feel seen, valued, and supported, we are more resilient in the face of adversity. But isolation removes these vital sources of motivation, leaving individuals to face life's struggles on their own. Over time, this can lead to feelings of despair, worthlessness, and even depression. Isolation reaches far, but it is not irreversible. Recognizing its presence is the first step toward overcoming it. Rebuilding connections may feel daunting, especially for those who have been isolated for a long time, but it is a challenge worth embracing. The antidote to isolation is intentional engagement with others. It may begin with small steps, a phone call, a shared meal, or a simple conversation, but these moments build the bridge back to meaningful relationships. To avoid the trap of isolation, we must prioritize relationships. This means carving out time for family, friends, and community, even in the midst of busy schedules. It requires vulnerability and a willingness to be open, even when it feels uncomfortable. Most importantly, it involves a commitment to building connections that are genuine and lasting. Isolation may be a reality for many, but it does not have to define a life. With effort and intention, we can choose connection over separation, community over solitude, and growth over stagnation. By doing so, we not only safeguard ourselves from the dangers of isolation, but also step into a life that is fuller, richer, and more purposeful. Friendship is one of the most valuable investments a person can make in life. While society often emphasizes financial investments, career advancements, and personal achievements, the investment in meaningful friendships is often overlooked. Yet the rewards of strong, Healthy friendships are immeasurable. They provide emotional support, enhance personal growth, and enrich the human experience. However, like any worthwhile endeavor, building and maintaining friendships require intentional effort, time, and commitment. The first thing to understand about friendship as an investment is that it operates on principles similar to any other investment you must give to receive. Many people desire deep and meaningful friendships, but are unwilling to put in the work necessary to cultivate them. They hope for friends who are loyal, understanding, and supportive, yet they fail to offer the same in return. Just as you cannot withdraw from a bank account without first making deposits, you cannot expect to reap the benefits of friendship without contributing to it. Time is one of the most valuable currencies in the economy of friendship. In today's fast-paced world, where everyone seems to be juggling multiple responsibilities, finding time for friends can feel like a challenge. However, genuine friendship requires prioritizing and making time. This doesn't mean you need to be in constant contact, but rather that you show up when it matters. A phone call, a shared meal, or even a brief message to check in can go a long way in nurturing a friendship. It's not about quantity, but quality, being fully present when you do spend time together. Another crucial aspect of investing in friendship is emotional availability. This involves being there for your friends during their highs and lows. When a friend is celebrating a victory, your genuine joy and encouragement can strengthen your bond. Likewise, when they are navigating difficult times, your support and empathy can provide much-needed comfort. Friendship is about walking alongside someone through all seasons of life, not just the sunny ones. The emotional investments you make listening, encouraging, and supporting create the foundation for trust and intimacy in the relationship. Vulnerability is another key element in the investment of friendship. Many people shy away from vulnerability, fearing judgment or rejection. However, vulnerability is what transforms acquaintances into close friends. When you share your struggles, dreams, and fears, you create space for deeper connection. It signals trust and invites reciprocity, allowing your friends to feel safe sharing their own experiences. Without vulnerability, friendships often remain superficial, lacking the depth and authenticity that make them truly fulfilling. Friendship also requires patience and forgiveness. No one is perfect, and misunderstandings, disagreements, or disappointments are inevitable. The strength of a friendship lies not in avoiding these challenges, but in navigating them with grace and understanding. Holding grudges or being unwilling to resolve conflicts can weaken even the strongest bonds. Investing in friendship means choosing to work through difficulties, valuing the relationship more than the momentary hurt. One of the most rewarding aspects of investing in friendship is the returns it provides. Friends bring joy, laughter, and a sense of belonging. They offer perspectives that challenge and broaden your thinking. They celebrate your successes and stand by you during failures. The companionship of a friend can turn ordinary moments into cherished memories and difficult times into manageable ones. The intangible benefits of friendship often outweigh any material gain life might offer. It is also worth noting that the investment in friendship contributes to personal growth. Friends often act as mirrors, reflecting your strengths and weaknesses. They provide honest feedback, hold you accountable, and encourage you to pursue your potential. A good friend doesn't just accept you as you are, but inspires you to become the best version of yourself. This mutual growth is one of the most beautiful aspects of true friendship. Investing in friendship aligns with our fundamental need for connection. Humans are social creatures, and the bonds we form with others are integral to our well-being. Studies have shown that people with strong friendships tend to live longer, healthier, and happier lives. The emotional, mental, and even physical benefits of friendship underscore its importance as an investment. In conclusion, friendship is not a passive relationship that thrives on its own. It is a dynamic partnership that requires intentional effort and care. Like any good investment, the more you put into it, the greater the return. The time, energy, and emotional resources you dedicate to your friendships will come back to you in ways that enrich your life and bring profound joy. So make the decision to invest in your friendships today, knowing that these connections are among life's most precious treasures. The influence of friends on your future is one of the most powerful yet often underestimated forces in life. The relationships you cultivate and the people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your thoughts, decisions, and the trajectory of your life. This principle operates subtly but persistently, shaping who you are and who you become. Friends are more than companions, they are architects of your destiny, helping to mold your character, refine your vision, and fuel your ambitions. It has often been said that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. While this may sound simplistic, there is deep truth in the idea. Friends have a way of influencing your beliefs, attitudes, and habits. If you spend time with individuals who are driven, optimistic, and purposeful, their mindset will likely rub off on you. Conversely, if your circle consists of those who lack direction or harbor negativity, their influence can pull you away from your potential. This underscores the importance of choosing friends wisely, as their presence in your life can either elevate you or hold you back. Friends shape your values, often without you even realizing it. Through conversations, shared experiences, and mutual support, they subtly reinforce certain beliefs and priorities. A friend who values honesty, hard work, and integrity can inspire you to uphold these qualities in your own life. On the other hand, a friend who encourages shortcuts, dishonesty, or complacency can steer you toward choices that compromise your character. The influence of friends on your values demonstrates the need for intentional relationships, those built on principles that align with your aspirations and moral compass. Another way friends shape your future is by broadening your perspective. Good friends challenge your assumptions and expose you to new ideas and experiences. They encourage you to think critically and see the world through different lenses. This intellectual and emotional stimulation is essential for personal growth. Without friends to challenge and expand your thinking, you risk becoming stagnant, confined to a narrow view of life that limits your ability to adapt and grow. Support and encouragement from friends play a crucial role in helping you pursue your goals. Everyone faces moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty, but a supportive friend can provide the confidence you need to persevere. They remind you of your strengths, celebrate your progress, and push you to keep going when the path ahead seems daunting. In this way, friends act as catalysts for your success, motivating you to achieve what you might not have believed possible on your own. Friends also hold you accountable, helping you stay aligned with your goals and values. A true friend is not afraid to call you out when you stray from your purpose or make choices that could harm your future. This accountability is invaluable, as it keeps you grounded and focused. Without it, it's easy to drift, losing sight of what truly matters. The honesty and accountability that come from genuine friendships are vital for staying on course. The influence of friends extends to your emotional and mental well-being, which directly impacts your ability to shape your future. Friends provide a safe space to express your fears, frustrations, and dreams. They offer comfort in times of distress and celebrate with you in moments of triumph. This emotional support creates resilience, enabling you to navigate life's challenges with greater strength and optimism. A mind and heart fortified by friendship are better equipped to face adversity and seize opportunities. Friends not only shape your present but also plant seeds for your future. They introduce you to new networks, opportunities, and resources. The connections you build through friendships can open doors that might otherwise remain closed. Many career advancements, business opportunities, and personal milestones are achieved through relationships built on trust and mutual respect. A friend's recommendation, advice, or partnership can propel you into new realms of success. It's also important to recognize that the influence of friends is reciprocal. Just as they shape your future, you have the power to shape theirs. This mutual exchange of support, wisdom, and inspiration creates a dynamic relationship where both parties grow and thrive. The best friendships are those where each person encourages the other to reach their full potential. The friends you choose to walk with today will help determine the paths you take tomorrow. Their influence is subtle yet significant, shaping your thoughts, decisions, and aspirations. Surround yourself with friends who uplift, inspire, and challenge you. Invest in relationships that align with your values and propel you toward your dreams. By doing so, you not only enrich your present, but also secure a brighter, more fulfilling future. Friends are not just companions on the journey, they are co-authors of your story, helping you write the chapters of your life in ways that reflect your highest potential. Vulnerability is often misunderstood as a sign of weakness, but in truth, it is one of the most powerful tools for building meaningful relationships and unlocking life's greatest opportunities. To be vulnerable means to show your true self, your fears, your struggles, your hopes, and your dreams without pretense or facade. It is the willingness to let others see the real you, even when doing so feels risky. While society often values strength, independence, and self-sufficiency, it is vulnerability that fosters connection, trust, and growth. Vulnerability opens doors that would otherwise remain closed, leading to deeper relationships, greater opportunities, and a more authentic life. Vulnerability is about authenticity. When you choose to be vulnerable, you are choosing to be honest about who you are and where you are in life. This honesty is magnetic because it resonates with the human experience. Everyone faces struggles, doubts, and imperfections, but many hide these truths behind a mask of invulnerability. When someone dares to be vulnerable, it creates a powerful moment of connection. It signals to others that it is safe for them to do the same. This shared authenticity breaks down walls and builds bridges, allowing for relationships that are rooted in trust and mutual understanding. In relationships, vulnerability is the foundation of trust. Without it, interactions remain superficial and connections lack depth. Trust is built when people feel safe to express themselves without fear of judgment or rejection. When you open up about your fears or admit your mistakes, you demonstrate humility and humanity. This openness invites others to trust you, knowing that you are not hiding behind a facade. It is through vulnerability that relationships grow stronger, as each person feels valued and accepted for who they truly are. Vulnerability also fosters emotional intimacy, a vital component of any meaningful relationship. When you share your innermost thoughts and feelings, you create a space where others feel comfortable doing the same. This mutual sharing deepens bonds and strengthens the connection between individuals. Emotional intimacy cannot exist without vulnerability. It requires both parties to lower their defenses and embrace authenticity. While this can feel uncomfortable, the rewards are profound. It is in these moments of openness that relationships become transformative, offering support, encouragement, and understanding. In addition to deepening relationships, vulnerability is a catalyst for personal growth. When you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you confront your fears and insecurities head-on. This self-awareness is the first step toward growth and change. Vulnerability requires courage, the courage to admit you don't have all the answers, to seek help when needed, and to take risks despite the possibility of failure. By embracing vulnerability, you learn to navigate uncertainty with resilience and grace. Over time, this strengthens your character and broadens your capacity for empathy and connection. Vulnerability also opens doors to new opportunities. In professional settings, for example, being vulnerable might mean admitting you don't know something and asking for guidance. This humility can lead to mentorship, collaboration, and learning experiences that would otherwise be out of reach. Similarly, sharing your ideas, even when you fear criticism, can result in breakthroughs and innovations. Vulnerability allows you to take risks that propel you forward, whether in your career, relationships, or personal endeavors. It is through these risks that growth and success become possible. One of the most powerful aspects of vulnerability is its ability to dismantle fear. Many people resist vulnerability because they fear rejection, judgment, or failure. However, when you embrace vulnerability, you confront these fears rather than allowing them to control you. In doing so, you discover that vulnerability is not a source of weakness, but a wellspring of strength. It empowers you to live authentically and pursue your goals with confidence, knowing that your worth is not tied to perfection, but to your genuine self. Vulnerability is also a gift to others. When you share your struggles and victories, you remind people that they are not alone in their experiences. This shared humanity fosters empathy and compassion, creating a sense of community and belonging. Vulnerability has the power to inspire and encourage, showing others that it is possible to face challenges and emerge stronger on the other side. Ultimately, vulnerability is not about exposing your flaws, but about embracing your humanity. It is the key to forming deep, meaningful relationships and unlocking opportunities for growth and success. By choosing vulnerability, you choose connection over isolation, authenticity over pretense, and courage over fear. It is through vulnerability that doors to deeper relationships, greater opportunities, and a more fulfilling life are opened. So embrace vulnerability, not as a weakness to be hidden, but as a strength to be celebrated. In doing so, you will discover that the greatest connections and opportunities often lie just beyond your comfort zone. Friendship is one of the most beautiful gifts in life, and it reflects the heart of God's design for humanity. From the very beginning, human beings were created to live in relationships, mirroring the divine connection between the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Friendship is a tangible expression of this relational nature, embodying love, support, and unity. It serves as a reminder that we are not meant to journey through life alone, but in the company of others who uplift, challenge, and encourage us. In this way, friendship is not just a social construct, it is a divine calling that reflects God's purpose for humanity. The essence of friendship is rooted in God's design for community. In Genesis, God declared, "It is not good for man to be alone." This statement underscores the fundamental need for connection. Friendship fulfills this need, providing a space where individuals can share their joys, burdens, and lives in a way that honors their inherent relational nature. Just as God exists in a perfect relationship within the Trinity, He designed us to experience the beauty of relationships, starting with friendships. Friendship reflects God's love in its purest form, selfless, sacrificial, and unconditional. True friendship is not about what you can gain, but about what you can give. It mirrors the love Christ showed when He laid down His life for His friends. Jesus said, "Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends," John 15:13. While this ultimate sacrifice may not be required in every friendship, the principle remains. Genuine friendship requires a willingness to put others before yourself, to forgive, to serve, and to be present in both triumphs and trials. Through friendship, we see a reflection of God's grace. No one is perfect, and even the strongest friendships face moments of tension and misunderstanding. It is in these moments that grace becomes evident, as friends choose to forgive and move forward. This mirrors the grace God extends to humanity, a grace that allows relationships to flourish despite imperfections. Forgiveness, patience, and compassion are at the heart of friendship, reminding us of God's unending love and mercy. Friendship also reflects God's desire for unity and diversity. Each person is uniquely created with different strengths, perspectives, and experiences. When friends come together, their differences become a source of enrichment rather than division. This unity amidst diversity is a reflection of the body of Christ, where each member contributes uniquely to the whole. In friendships, we experience the joy of celebrating our individuality while working together in harmony, just as God intended. Another way friendship reflects God's design is through its capacity to build and refine character. Proverbs 27:17 says, "As iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another." Friendships are a space for growth, where friends challenge each other to become better versions of themselves. They encourage accountability, provide honest feedback, and inspire us to pursue our God-given potential. This sharpening process is not always easy, but it is essential for growth. In this way, friendship becomes a tool God uses to mold us into His image. Friendship also embodies the principle of mutual support, reflecting God's care for His people. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10 reminds us, "Two are better than one. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up." True friends walk alongside each other through life's ups and downs, offering encouragement, comfort, and strength. This mutual support mirrors God's promise to be our refuge and strength, a constant help in times of trouble. In friendships, we experience a tangible expression of God's care through the presence and actions of others. A friendship is a space where God's truth is shared and reinforced. Friends often act as vessels of wisdom, speaking truth into each other's lives and helping each other stay aligned with God's purposes. In moments of doubt or confusion, a friend's encouragement or guidance can serve as a beacon of light, reminding us of God's promises. Friendships grounded in faith are particularly powerful as they center on a shared commitment to follow God's will and grow in spiritual maturity. Friendship reflects God's design by pointing us back to Him. It is a gift meant to draw us closer to His love and to help us live out His purposes on earth. Friendships grounded in love, grace, and truth serve as a living testimony of God's relational nature and His desire for unity among His people. Through these relationships, we catch a glimpse of the divine, experiencing a taste of the perfect communion God intended for us. Friendship is a divine reflection of God's love and design. It reminds us that we are created for connection shaped by relationship and called to live in community. When we nurture and cherish friendships, we honor God's design and experience one of life's greatest blessings. Through friendship, we come to understand His heart more deeply, and we are reminded that we are never truly alone.